I've almost had the Jeep for about a year now. Not quite. It'll be a year in June. June 28th. It'll be a year. But oftentimes when I meet people on the trails, they ask me, has it been dependable? It's a plug-in hybrid. It's a Rubicon 4xe plug-in hybrid. So it's got a gas engine, 2.0 turbo, and it does have the battery pack, 17 kilowatt hour, 15 kilowatt hour of which is usable. That gives you about 21 to 24 to 25 miles on electric only. So a lot of times people ask me, has it been reliable? And those are typically folks that, they do off-roading and stuff like that, and they've been driving Japanese cars. I understand we live in a global economy. There's no such thing as Japanese or American cars anymore. Jeep is owned by Stellantis / FCA. It's a French-Italian company. But the car was manufactured here. And I understand many Toyotas are manufactured here, Nissan, Subaru. But mostly people that drive Subaru and drive Toyota or Nissan, they ask me the first thing, oh, I like your Jeep. Is it dependable? Is it reliable? Well, let me tell you guys, I have about 12,700 miles on it. I've been taking it off-road. I've been speeding with it. It's been very reliable. I had a Grand Cherokee Trailhawk before with the Hemi V8. Had about 63,000 miles on it when I sold it, and that vehicle was super reliable. I did have one issue with the water pump, and that was like a common issue. They had a defective batch of water pumps. It didn't go bad on me. It did not go bad on me. And again, I'm talking about my Grand Cherokee Trailhawk, WK2 Trailhawk. You'll see it in some of my older videos. And that vehicle was super reliable. The water pump did not go bad, but it started leaking, and I could smell the antifreeze. I took it for an oil change, and they told me, hey, you know what? Your water pump is leaking. There's a bulletin on them. We can replace it under warranty free of charge. I said, go ahead, do it. That was at 27,000 miles. And ever since that, not a problem, not an issue. I got this Jeep almost a year ago, the Wrangler Rubicon 4xe, and it's been incredibly reliable. Not a problem. They issued a bulletin to tighten the ball joint because it was making a clicking sound. And again, they did it when I took it for an oil change. I had no idea that this was happening, and they said, hey, you know what? We're gonna tighten your ball joint. It's what it is. It's retorquing. It needs to be torqued to a different specific specification. So they did that. Got the oil change, tire rotation. You get 3 of them, by the way. So I got one done. And so ever since that, I don't want to jinx myself. I don't believe in jinxes. But anyway, that vehicle has been super reliable. No problem, no issues. The fuel economy, when your battery is depleted, you still get decent fuel economy in city. Stop and go traffic. I'd say you'd get better fuel economy than the V6 or the four-cylinder, the turbo gas only, and a diesel too. Well, I don't know about the diesel. I take that back. I don't know about the diesel. But in the city, you get really good fuel economy. Definitely better than the Wrangler 392. Definitely better in the city. 392 6.4 Hemi V8 in the city, forget about it. So anyway, on long trip, if you're taking a heavy load with you, let's say you get as much fuel economy as the V6, gas only. Worse than the V6 diesel. Worse than the four-cylinder turbo gas only. But much better than the Rubicon 392. You get better fuel economy on long trips, especially if you're hauling weight. I wish if the fuel tank was bigger, but it's not, and it's no big deal. You can carry fuel on you. There's a lot of gas stations around. That doesn't bother me. But this vehicle's been super reliable. You got the axle lockers, amazing off-road. You can disconnect the sway bar electronically, amazing off-road. The clearance, the articulation, the flex, the character. And like I said before, if I had a choice between 392 or the Rubicon 4xe, it would be no-brainer. I know some of you are gonna say you're dumb. How could you say that? I mean, come on, the 392. Yes, I know it's a kind of a specialty car, and Jeep built it just to compete with the Bronco, just to show Ford that you know what, look what we got coming out of our factories here. I understand. I don't think that 392 is going to be a long-term vehicle for Jeep. I think electrification is the way of the future. And that's pretty evident in Jeep Safari. If you saw some of the vehicles out there, most of them were 4xe. One of them was all electric, the two-door. That was all electric. One day, that car is going to be, it's a concept now, but one day it's going to be a true Jeep. And guess what? Yes, I'll be getting that. And it's a no-brainer. So I did say before, even if the Rubicon 392 was cheaper than the 4xe, I would still get the 4xe. And I mean every word of that. You got 470 pound-feet of torque with the 4xe. It's available at any time, even if your battery is depleted, because you have reserve power, and that's always on. So when the gas engine is running, it's charging the battery, charging your reserve. When you're braking, you're recovering that energy. The electric motor is becoming a generator, and it charges the battery, replenishes the battery. So that power is always on no matter what. So now don't get me wrong, the Rubicon 392, like I said, it's a specialty car. It's very nice. But me personally, my driving habit and my outlook on Mother Nature, I know I do have a bad habit, I agree. Hopefully one day we'll get rid of it. We'll quit. But I would not hesitate. Not for a second. It's a no-brainer. Plus you get the incentives. You get the $7,500 federal rebate. I understand that's not going to be forever, but you know, now they have it, and I got it, and hey, you know what? That's what it is. That's my rant. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with me. Till next time. Nothing like being in a majestic forest. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. It's the slight sound of the wind, nothing else. That's the way we like it.